jump right into this video. It won't be a very long one, but it is a bit of a story time. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you probably already know this. And I did briefly talk about it in my last video, but actually a handful of people have told me that my Snap stories are way too long and they're not going to sit there and watch it, which is completely understandable seeing as I literally posted like 200 stories, but it's fine. So we're going to talk about the Flash and what actually happened. Kind of touched on it in my last video, but I didn't really go into depth, and more stuff happened since my last video. Not really much, but like, you know, okay. Jumping right in. I woke up in the morning and I follow this Twitter account, and it's like what's filming or like what's shooting or something, and I have it set up so I get notified whenever they tweet or whenever something's going on. Actually, they haven't tweeted at all today, so I feel like maybe I accidentally turned it off. I don't really know. I feel like I'm really short. I think I need to sit on something. Is this better? Me sitting on a book? I got notified from this account saying that the Flash was filming at this street and this street, you know, this intersection, and it said like the building name. I'm not gonna give it away. I woke up, I was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, oh my god, that's my building. And the Flash is my favorite TV show. I started watching it in the summer, and then I watched all of the Flash, and then all of Arrow. Took me a few months, but I finally caught up for the mid-season premiere. Anyway, so the Flash is literally my favorite show of all time, and I was like, oh my god, they are filming in my building. I wasn't supposed to wake up till like 11:30. Like, I didn't have anything to plan that day except class at like 5:30 in the evening. I was gonna sleep in and then maybe go outside, maybe not, depending on my mood. Sometimes I just don't leave the house until I really have to, but it's cool, we're good. So I don't know what woke me up, especially because my phone was always on silent. Didn't have it on. Something woke me up. I don't know what, but oh man, am I ever glad it did, because I saw that tweet and I freaked out, and I texted like 4 of my friends and no one answered, and all of my friends live in like different time zones, so they were probably all awake because like my best friend lived 2 hours ahead of me, and then like I have other friends that live 3 hours ahead of me, so they should have been up. None of them responded. I was so mad because the Flash was filming in my building. So I ran outside, like in the hallway. I was in my pajamas, right? Like this oversized sweater and like shorts, and I don't know why I went outside my hallway. Obviously nothing is filming in my hallway, but still I freaked out and nothing's there, so I went back inside. Calm down. We're gonna be smart about this. We're gonna think this through. So right across from my bed there's a window, and I open it up, you know, casually, like just like that, as one would with the window. I'm on the 7th floor of my building, and from where I am, if I look outside, I can see a section of my building. It like juts out. I want to say it's like the 2nd floor, and then there's a roof. Obviously there's a roof. I don't know how you get up there. Actually, I do now. Just hold up. I'll get to that part. I can see the roof from where I am. I can't show you now because it's pitch black. Not pitch black because it's downtown and everything's lit up. But I can't show you now because you won't be able to see it and it won't make any sense. And they have like cones set up and pylons and like tape and lights and cameras. And I was like, oh god. I'm really dramatic, but everything is set up on this roof, and I freaked out. I just like stood there and watched, and this was like 9:30 in the morning, so I'm like, my blinds are open and I'm just looking down. Nothing is going on, nothing is happening. There are just people standing there talking, but I am so set on just watching to see if anything happened. Nothing really happened, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get ready just in case, the odd chance that I run into someone. I don't want to look like trash, so I did my makeup, I got ready, and finally my friends text me back and they're like, oh, go find people, go meet someone, go find everyone. And I was like, I'm trying. I went downstairs into the lobby and I was like, I'll get coffee. That's just a casual reason to leave my building, to walk by everything, is to just go and get some coffee. No one's gonna tell me I can't go get coffee, you know? It's fine. I leave, I go outside one door. I just lost my train of thought. There is like a food tent set up outside. There's like signs pointing to like where the film set is, everything like that. There's just workers everywhere. So there was so much going on, and I was like, oh my god, okay, cool. So I go and I get coffee. I go back the long way to see if I can see anything else, and there's so many trucks and there's so many workers like just all lined up down the street. Try to go back in the long way, but there was so much stuff filming on the other side of doors, the doors that I didn't go out. There was just so much happening that there was no possible way that I could walk through it and just go inside the building. So I go back inside the regular doors that I came out of. There's a guy working like standing there, and it seemed to be more blocked off this time than the first time when I left. And I was like, hey, can I go back in my building? He took his headphones out, so I guess he didn't hear me. He's like, oh, are you here for background? I should have just said yes and like rolled with it. I could have been background, but I didn't because I just panicked, and I was like, no, I live here. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, go in. And I was like, cool. I walked in and there's people in the lobby like setting stuff up and working. And I go to where the mail is because like I just want to see if I can see anything, because there are people like not set up, but there are people standing kind of where like the mail room area is. I go in there and I check the mail. I don't have any mail. No one sends me mail here. They don't know that though. So I go, and right across the end, like the door to the mail room, there's a staircase that leads up to the second floor. In that staircase, there's this huge window and it's open. And I see just this guy like climbing in and then climbing out of it. And I'm like, is that how you're getting to the roof right now? Like, is that okay? Cool. I don't see anyone though. I go back up to my room and I am just like standing at this window watching the entire thing, and nothing happened at all. And I looked down and I thought there was a guy there that looked like Grant Gustin. And I was like convinced it was. And then throughout the day I was like, no, it's not Grant Gustin. So I finally, with a lot of back and forth with myself, I finally decided, I was like, I'm gonna write a note and I'm gonna drop it down because like the window opened. So I wrote on it, I don't actually know what I wrote. Yo, I live on one of the floors above where you're filming. If that's Grant Gustin down there, please tell him that Barry Allen is literally my all-time favorite television show character. My life would be complete if I could tell him that in person though. Thank you, with a heart. Then I signed it with my name, and I wrote floor 7, and then I put my Twitter handle underneath it, and then I wrote, P.S. promise I won't disturb shooting. I just really appreciate Grant Gustin. And I was like, I'm gonna drop it down. And I don't know if you follow me on Snapchat, but I was so back and forth with this. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. What if I get in trouble? What if I hit something? How do I do it? Like, the wind is gonna take it away. What do I do? Seriously, it was bad. I was like, I'm so sorry to everyone who follows me on Snapchat if you had to see that. Like, I'm so sorry. So I decided to tape it to a bag of rice. And then I was like, okay, but there's some pretty like breakable stuff down there. I don't want to accidentally damage something. And it's a bag of rice. Like, I know it's not that heavy, but I just, you know, it's not light. So again, I was back and forth and I was like, can't do it, won't do it, can't do this, nope, can't. And then I taped, then I folded the note up. Oh, also I wrote please open, like when I taped the note up. And then I taped one of my old makeup brushes to it to give it some weight, you know, so it wouldn't just fly away. Finally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I opened the window, I made sure that there were like people there standing there, and I tossed it down and I recorded the whole thing, and I tossed it down and I watched it like kind of like helicopter its way down, and I'm trying to record the whole thing, and then one of my friends in New York FaceTimes me at the exact second that I'm trying to film this moment, this iconic moment. She FaceTimes me and she's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, I can't talk right now, I just dropped my note, and I freaked out. And she tried calling me again, and I was like, no, I need to film this, I need to see what's going on. And I didn't get all of it, but I got some of it. They walked over to my note, they read it, and they looked up, and they smiled, and I like stuck my hand out the window, like just doing the peace sign. They got an idea as to where I was. They took the notes, and then they went inside, and then I didn't see them at all for the rest of the day. Like, yikes. And then I kind of felt really bad. I didn't go to class that day because I was just so focused on this, and I probably could have gone to class. Mom, if you're watching this, I promise I will never skip another class. I know I'm out here for school, so sorry, don't hate me. I had to. If you're in my position, 100%, I know you would probably skip work to find your favorite character. I won't do it ever again, I swear. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom. I love you. Back on track. I didn't see them at all for the rest of the day, and I'm standing there and I was just so sad, and I went back outside again, and I went and got coffee the second time, and again I saw nothing. Just kidding, I didn't get coffee that time. I got coffee before I dropped the note. Then I filmed a video while they were doing stuff because I was like, I need to do something so I don't just waste my time. I realized nothing was going on. It took some time before I figured out that they weren't filming on the roof. They were filming inside, like inside my building. We have this social hall or this like conference room. I don't really know what it is. They were filming in there because the next day when I went down, they were taking a bunch of stuff out, which is pretty cool. Oh, the Star Labs van was outside my building the next day, and I freaked out. And I'm pretty sure it's like just used to carry props, but I was like, yo, like it's the Star Labs van. Like when I realized something was going on outside, I was like, it's fine. I sat in the lobby for a while. I didn't see anyone. And then I get a DM. I left my Twitter handle on the note, and it's from this guy I don't follow. It wasn't Grant Gustin. Man, if it was, I would have cried. But it said, hey there, Emma, we got your note from our roof guys, passed it on, so it's all in the hands of the Flash God now. And I was like, can you see it? No, you can't really see it. So it's all in the hands of the Flash Gods now. And I freaked out because of that play on words first of all with the freaking Flash Gods. I was like, oh my god. And I said, oh, shut up. That just made my entire night. I don't know why I said shut up. Like, I mean, I do say that on a daily basis, but I'm saying it to a complete stranger who is doing me a favor. And then I said, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It's not every day your it's not every day your faves film where you live. And then he's like, yeah, no worries. The note was super polite, so we had to get it to him. Good luck. And I said again, thank you so much. So what I guess happened is the guys that got the note passed it on to this guy, and I guess he passed it on to someone else. Not Grant Gustin directly, but someone who would hopefully get it to Grant Gustin. And I haven't got a DM from him yet. Like, I haven't gotten a tweet or anything, but I mean, there's a chance that Grant Gustin got my note, which is pretty dang cool, if you ask me. So I got really excited about that. I don't know if he ever got my note. I'm still waiting on it. I mean, he probably won't, but if he does, that would be real cool. And that is my story on how I almost met the Flash, but not quite. It's really anticlimactic, but it was still a really fun day of me just watching the set and like crying internally. A lot of stuff films here, so I'm really hoping I get another chance to meet them or meet him or meet anyone else from the cast. Here's something. Again, sorry if you watched me on Snapchat and got really tired of me. If something interesting is happening in my life at that moment, I will post it on Snapchat, and I know half of the people who follow me on Snapchat will not watch it and they'll just tap through it. I don't update frequently, but if something is happening in the now, that is where I will go. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's just Emma_Elizabeth with 2 A's and Elizabeth, and same with on Twitter. If you want to follow me, it's just Emma Elizabeth, again 2 A's and Elizabeth. No underscore. Anything else happens, I will 100% update in another video, or again, I'll post on Snapchat because I update everything first on Snapchat. But I just wanted to explain what actually happened because I kind of left everyone out of the loop in my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, go watch it. It's me reading off a bunch of Infinity War theories, so it's kind of interesting. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm trying to get into the habit of posting more videos. I think right now I'm doing a pretty good job, seeing as I made one not that long ago. But that's about it for my little story time today, so see ya.